Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center coming at you from SHOT Show 2020. We're here in the Ontario booth with my friend Matt. How
so good to see you again.
Are you, sir? It's
I'm
been
good.
too long.
It's been way too long.
But we're here, we're having a good time, we're taking a look at some cool knives. So the first one, we've got a new color in the Ice Wraith series.
So the Wraith Ice series, we're adding a couple more colors, and this one is our terrain color. Obviously like an emerald green. This is like 4116 blade steel, lockback, translucent plastic handle, lightweight.
The cool thing about these is like they're gem-like in a way.
Yeah.
Like especially like they've got some lighting around here that's really popping these out. And the green is super, super saturated, and it just glows, man. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's a great option for anybody who's interested in colored knives and looking for something a little bit different than your standard solid colors. With the translucency, the light plays on them really nicely.
Well, and it's such a friendly presentation overall. If you want something that's non-threatening and affordable, I mean, these are like less than 30 bucks, I think, is what we're selling them for.
Absolutely.
But still capable, very nice blade shape.
Yeah, nice recurved blade style.
Yeah.
They're razor sharp. I mean, they're such a nice thing to have in your pocket because they almost disappear at a point.
Yeah. Oh, it weighs next to nothing.
Yeah, it's
yeah. No, very cool. That is a really nice color there.
Thank you.
Dig that.
Appreciate that.
All right.
So moving to this one, this is our TI-22 Equinox. So last year, you probably remember we debuted the Ultra Blue.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ultra Blue had the Aussate steel with like that iridescent purple and blue color on the handle. So this is S35VN blade steel, same material on the handle, full titanium frame lock, caged bearings, really nice and smooth. Got a classic look to it.
You said ball bearings,
Yep.
So this is really like, I know some folks saw the titanium Ultra Blue and the only thing that kept them from pulling the trigger was the blade steel.
Yep, exactly.
Which you were able to hit a good price with that knife.
Yeah, sure.
But now that has been addressed with the S35VN.
Yeah.
Man, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's one of the things we're trying to do is we're trying to listen to everybody and, take the feedback as positively as we can and, capitalize on what people are actually looking for,
Absolutely. Deep carry clip in the back position. If you want to carry tip down, it's not quite as deep carry, but slim,
lightweight
put together
for a
well.
titanium knife, which is really great.
Yeah, not too intimidating either. Another just great EDC size right there.
Thank you.
I like that. That's about a 3-inch blade on these, or was it just over?
Just about.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool indeed. Now, we're talking folders.
Yes.
I would have never expected you guys to do what you did.
Well, and that's why we did it. So that's why we did it. So this is our Old Hickory outdoor folder, slip joint style folder, really classic look. This one has your walnut handle, brass liners, 1075 blade steel. It's going to come in at around like $65 for retail. 100% USA made. It's coming directly from our facility in Franklinville.
That is neat. That is neat. Never would I have expected to see that. Great little shape.
Yeah. Very classic, very old school Americana.
Yeah. It's just a classic pocket knife that looks like an Old Hickory.
Yeah. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to show our capabilities. And
I don't even know what more to say about it. Like, if that doesn't sell it, I mean, how cool is that?
Can't really beat it. Old school trapper style knives.
Very nice. Made in the USA, whole 9 yards. Gotta love it, man.
Yeah, we couldn't put something in the Old Hickory line that was going to be some kind of an import. We had to keep the integrity of that line the same, and we said, you know what? It's about time that we made our own folder.
Yeah. No, that is really cool. Might be a little bit more difficult to modify than some of the fixed blades out there. I know that there's a big cadre of Old Hickory modifiers out there.
Yeah.
But I bet it could be done. I bet you we're going to see some cool stuff from those folks as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Very nice. Very nice. This is even more unexpected for me, actually, because I didn't even see this stuff until I set foot in the show here.
Sure. So these are really fun. They're our Camp Plus kitchen folders. Sure, I can hold one for you.
I'm a little awkward there.
A little full there. So we decided to add these to the Camp Plus line because they are something that you can take to your camp, throw in your truck, process any kind of food with. That way you don't have to carry around your actual kitchen knives.
Yeah.
Really thin profile on these. They're glass-filled nylon handles, Aussate blade steel, so the price is going to come in at around like $16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you have a bread knife, you have a Santoku, and you have a chef's knife.
That is incredibly affordable.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, a lot of people know us for our Old Hickory and our kitchen knives and stuff like that. So it's kind of the best of the both worlds.
Yeah. What's neat about these too is like it's more than just Well, I mean, obviously, I think this one right here, especially with the scalloped edge, is very clearly like a Santoku blade shape.
Right.
But this is going to be good for more than just the camp cooking stuff, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's just a big sheep's foot blade when you get right down to it.
Yeah, we've had a handful of people who said that they would just take them out into the woods with them and do whatever they're going to do, process wood, or, you know, even use them to skin some game and stuff like that.
So your full flat grind on this guy, same blade shape essentially, but with a hollow grind. On this guy, then you got the serrated version.
Yep.
This might even make a really good like boating or aquatic knife.
Sure. Absolutely.
You've got the blunt tip, you've got the serrations for cutting rope and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of different applications. And you got a lot of real estate for guys like you who have a little bit of a bigger hand.
It's slightly larger than average.
Well, bigger than mine. A little hobbit hands.
Man, smooth. What I like about this too is like, obviously for some people this is not an important thing, but for others it is. If you're looking for something that doesn't scream tactical or doesn't scream weapon or anything like that, people are going to see that and think it's, you know, it's a kitchen knife.
Exactly.
So you could use that day to day, and maybe, I mean, it's pretty big, but might not raise some eyebrows.
Yeah, it's got a little bit more of a rugged handle with a nice elegant blade on it.
Yeah. That is cool. Very cool, and great pricing on that too. That's phenomenal.
That was one of the other things that we were really impressed with is, you know, we can control the price on these. It's going to be affordable for everybody, and, you know, kids, adults, anybody who's into going to the camp or boating or any kind of those outdoor applications that you're going to be processing food, you know, it's affordable. You can get these and you can, you know, start having fun.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So moving forward, we have our Rat 3 skinner. So with this, we tried to add some new blade shapes and utilize the Rat 3 handle. Rat 3 has been a really great seller for us over the years, and people really seem to love the compact size.
Yeah.
So we wanted to add some more blade shapes to it, and we came up with this. This is our full-on skinner. The nice thing about this is it has the full-bladed leather sheath.
Yeah.
These ones are going to come in at a price point for retail around like $92.
Man, I really like to be surprised by stuff, and you guys are doing that to me.
Thank you.
And maybe it's because I haven't been paying attention, but I haven't seen any sneak peeks or anything of these.
Sure.
So this is the first time I'm seeing them too, and I'm excited.
Yeah, so what you can expect from this, same materials as you would with the regular Rat Fix series. So you have your micarta handle, 1075 blade steel phosphate coating.
And this is kind of like, reminds me of like an ulu blade shape almost, just on the end of a handle.
Exactly. Yeah, ulu, mezzaluna. The thing is, I know a lot of people would say, oh, you know, you can't really skin with a hammer grip like that. But the way that we designed it is that you have a lot of real estate on the blade itself to choke up
onto.
And
yeah, I mean, just being able to do all of that, that's going to be no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
Gosh. Pushing through some push cuts like that, and even maybe coming back a little bit.
Sure.
That is pretty darn cool, man.
Yeah, we're really excited about these ones.
Sweet. That's not the only new Rat 3 blade shape, though.
No, we have the Rat 3 utility. So this has your black on black micarta with your 1075 blade steel, the phosphate coating, same materials. Nice deep finger choil there to do a little bit of choke up work. So you have your blunted chisel end on that one. So it's really more of a tool than it is a knife.
Right.
I mean, you got a lot of knife, but it's a tool. It's something to, you know.
You've got your cleaver blade shape.
Exactly.
So you can do all those big, heavy push cuts, that sort of thing.
Exactly.
And not sharpened on the leading edge. You could use it as a scraper, but it wouldn't be too hard to put an edge on it if you guys wanted to at home.
Yeah, you know, sharpening 1075 is pretty easy.
Yeah, like if you needed that chisel front action, that could be pretty cool right there.
Exactly.
Synthetic sheaths on these guys?
Yeah, so these ones we actually went back to the Molle compatible with the nylon sheath. Yep, you know, it has the plastic liner in it, so you're not gonna chew up your nylon.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's very cool. And for especially important for any kind of thing like a working knife that might live on a tool belt.
Yeah.
It's not too bulky.
Exactly.
You know, you don't have a huge like broomstick handle or anything like that.
Right.
You've got enough there to grab onto, get your work done, and get out of the way when you need something else.
Well,
in your hands.
I think that was the draw for the Rat 3 in general.
Yeah.
Is that people wanted to wear it. It was easy to wear. You can maneuver with it. You know, you could sit with it. You can wear it in a couple of different positions.
Yeah.
And you're going to be comfortable.
Very cool. Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, so the next in that series is the Rat 3 Go Bar.
The Go Bar, you say?
The Go Bar, yeah. So same handle, obviously, with the black on black micarta, the 1075 blade steel, all the materials are all the same. we just changed up the blade shape a little bit. So, you know, you have your cutouts for weight management, and then you have another blunted edge here for a chisel, and then you have your straight blade.
Yeah, straight as opposed to the belly there.
Exactly.
On the other version.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then we added the nylon, the MOLLE compatible with the plastic insert
like
for that
this one as well.
Yep.
Yeah. That's just cool, man. Like I said, I love being surprised. That is really neat.
Yeah, we're just trying to step out of our comfort zone in our little box that we've been in for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think we've managed to you know, impress ourselves with what we were able to come up with. And I think we're going to continue that and, you know, use that upward trajectory to continue to, you know, try and make as many things that you wouldn't see from OKC necessarily. So with
Excellent.
that, we tried to do the Old Hickory outdoor machete in the same vein with that feeling.
Yeah. So
Compact machete.
This is kind of like the a shortened version of the bushcraft machete.
More or less.
That you have.
Yeah, more or less.
With the Old Hickory branding on it.
Yep. Yeah,
nice.
So we changed up the handle a little bit with that nice bird's beak on the end.
Yeah, yeah.
For you know, faster movement. The nice thing about this, and that you're obviously going to notice, is the lightweight.
Yeah.
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 1075 blade steel that has the phosphate coating on it, hardwood handle, brass rivets. With it being a compact machete and being able to control the size a little bit better, we were able to add the nice leather sheath that will come with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And this is kind of the same quality if you guys have seen like the Old Hickory Hunter.
Yes.
It's the same solid feel on the sheath
same
right
line,
there.
Same material, same feel.
Man, that one of the things that a thing that I've heard said from those more expert in the survival field than I am, that I've kind of communicated before to you guys, is a 12-inch machete, something like this, is one of the most perfect survival tools ever made.
Exactly.
And you've got, it's if any of you guys have used any of like the military machetes that Ontario makes, the blades are phenomenal. They're workhorses.
Thank you.
And now you got another handle option and another option for the modifiers out there too.
Exactly.
They're going to have a lot of fun with this for sure.
Yeah, and you know, these ones are 100% USA made. These aren't any imports for the machetes. All of our machetes are made in-house.
So cool.
Thank you.
So cool. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, so we added a new Blackbird. Last year we did the Blackbird ML5, which had the 420 on it and that nice marble micarta look.
Yeah, yeah.
So what we ended up doing is we changed up, this version is the S35VN.
Very nice.
So this has the black on black micarta with the satin S35VN, and then we went with a nylon front pouch MOLLE compatible sheath.
That's interesting there on the, I mean, that's an exciting development right there, getting that kind of steel on this. But that pouch is really interesting on the front of that sheath there, like that with the zipper.
Yep.
It's gonna make it easier to get certain things in and out of that, I guess.
Sure.
What does it tell you about how big of a knife nerd I am that I'm fascinated by the sheath right now?
Yeah, I mean, the majority of people, anytime they buy a knife, they're
look at that.
excited about what they're gonna get with the sheath.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And I know, you know, we've had a lot of feedback on, you know, our sheaths not being up to quality, and, you know, people don't seem to like them and stuff like that, which we understand, and we're trying to make some changes.
Gotcha.
So what we're trying to do is give more options and add some of the leather, but also add some more higher quality nylons. Yeah, so we added a front zipper pocket to this. Nice deep, I mean, it's got some carriage utility on it, man. I mean, there's no doubt you can fit like a lighter or any kind of flint in there, or, you know, whenever you're gonna get a chocolate chip cookie.
We cut it in half.
Cut it in half.
I mean, one of the things, like, it's kind of a neat spin, because there's a lot of sheaths like this that have the pocket going down this way.
Sure.
Which, for bigger, bulkier things, can be tricky getting it in and out.
Yeah.
Not with this.
Right.
I like that. So look at that. This is the coolest new sheath at SHOT Show. But a cool knife to go in it as well. I'm real pleased to see you guys still, you know, keeping that Blackbird up there and
I mean, we think
think
it's a great shape.
Yeah.
You know, it's a beautiful bushcraft and survival knife, and a lot of people gravitate towards that spear point.
Yeah.
It's got a great handle on it. I know some people were disappointed with what they got when they had the ML5, and they were like, "Oh, we want a better blade steel." So we were like, "Okay, you have both options now."
Yeah.
So we're listening to everybody.
That is really neat. Very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you very much. So a couple of the things that we have but we don't have right now, unfortunately, are we have a Rat 3 caper that's in line with the Skinner. We're from Buffalo, right outside of Buffalo. We got buried in snow. Some of our shipments just didn't make it.
Oh, man.
So we do have a Rat 3 caper, same style handle. Caper style blade. It's going to be in the catalog. We're going to be able to debut that soon.
Nice.
Also has a molded leather sheath. The other thing that didn't make it is our Rat 6. I'm sure you saw that online.
I didn't actually.
No. So
I must have just not been paying attention to any of the stuff before the show.
Must have been too busy.
I was a little busy, you know.
So the Rat 6 is in line with our Rat Fixed Blade series, but the difference being it's made out of S35VN.
Very nice.
It's a satin
Very
finish,
nice.
and it also has a similar sheath to the Blackbird.
Gotcha.
No pouch, but it's fully nylon, MOLLE compatible.
So 6, a little bit shorter than the 7, I'm guessing?
A little bit shorter than the 7. It's a 5.5-inch blade.
But the same thing, same style we would expect.
Same
it's going to have a
style.
finger choil. It's going to have the micarta handles.
Exactly.
Very
It's actually
cool.
got an exaggerated finger choil on it, so it's a lot more friendly to choke up on and do detail work, and it slopes up to a point.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
Thank you, man.
Very
Appreciate
nice.
it. So
Very
a couple of the pieces that we have now that aren't actually in the catalog, we're kind of testing, seeing what people think, getting some ideas of where people are gravitating towards.
Okay.
So this is our Babylon knife. And you'll remember our Ranger series. This is kind of in line with the construction of that, where it's a lot of knife, really thick, checkered micarta, full jimping thumb ramp with a secondary non-jimping thumb ramp. You have your full serrations and your skinning blade there.
Yeah. So kind of obviously taking cues from the tracker style knife.
Yep.
Yep. Are you guys gonna do a plain edge as well, or just serrated at this time?
We haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of just getting an idea of what people like and what they think of the knife itself, and hopefully we can move forward with it if it gets enough feedback.
Sure.
You know, we have a nice ergonomic handle on it. It's not going to turn in your hand. It's a full-on, full grip, nice and tight.
I mean, it's the same stuff people love about your Rat fixed blades too. You got
Exactly.
the bolted on micarta, the sturdy steel, thick enough to take a heck of a beating.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about quality whatsoever on something on you guys doing that. You guys know how to do it very well.
So this is actually S35VN too.
No kidding.
Yeah. And it's got the the phosphate on it too.
Just to keep that low,
keep the same vein.
low reflective vibe going on.
Yeah.
Check that out. Nice.
And I know a lot of people have already seen this, but this is our retractable bayonet.
Nice.
With the aluminum housing.
A little bit blocky in the hand.
A little bit blocky, yeah. Set up for your Picatinny rails. Any Picatinny rail that you have, it'll set up on. And then we have the S35VN again, here with the phosphate coat, and then you just pull the spring-loaded pin and slide it back. Yep.
Nice.
And then it'll lock itself.
Can you screw it down with the guy right there?
Yeah, you can, and it'll tighten everything down, but you can't push it when it's tightened in. So you would have to loosen it and then pull the pin.
Sweet. Man, that's cool.
So that's everything for 2022.
The retractable nature of that is pretty nice.
Thank you.
I gotta say, like, you want it?
There it is.
Pull it out.
Yeah.
You don't want it? Just slide it back in. You don't have to worry about unmounting anything.
Right. And it's light.
Yeah.
It's lighter than you would think it is.
Yeah, it's not too
because
bad.
the aluminum allows it to be a little bit more weight friendly for sure.
Now, don't go out like paracord wrapping this. And using it as like, that's not what it's for.
Yeah.
That is cool, man.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, that's all we've got from Ontario this year. I say that's all we got, but there's a lot of good stuff here. Very cool.
Thank you.
Let us know what you thought of these knives down in the comments. And if you want to see all the latest Ontario stuff, we'll leave a link in the description. This stuff should be up on the KnifeCenter very soon. If you want more info before that, check out Ontario's website and keep sticking around for more great SHOT Show coverage. Matt,
thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you again.
Friend. You too.
Thanks.